Hi everyone, this is Rick here in the studio. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Rick Surowicz Watercolor. Once again this year I'm publishing a series of holiday card videos for the project page of my website. This will be the fourth year that I've done this, and if you go to the project page on my website you'll find the series for each of the 4 years. And for each card on the project page you'll find a link for the image of the card that I've painted, a template you can use for a drawing, and a link to each video. And you can find the link to that project page in the description of this video. If you want to subscribe to my channel, you can click on the link in the lower right hand corner, and don't forget to like it. Hi, this is Rick in the studio, and you're looking at the template for this holiday card that I'm about to do. And you'll find the link to this in the description of this video, and it'll take you to my website where I have the templates for all these listed. So I like to make these wintry scenes, so I'm gonna I work transparently, so I'm gonna use a little masking fluid here, dip a toothbrush in a jar, rub some of it off. If you've seen some of my other cards, you've seen me do this on a lot of them. So I pull those bristles back and splatter, then I tap it on my hand to get larger drops and make it feel nice and wintry. I'm going to get a little bit more maybe up in these trees with a finer texture just to make it feel like they're sticking to all the branches. And that should be pretty good. Let's see, maybe I'll get a little down here. And that's all I need to do. I'm just going to let that air dry before I begin to paint. Okay, I'm back in the studio and the masking fluid here is dry, so we're ready to paint our little winter scene here. And I'm just going to take a wash brush, a little cerulean blue, and a little raw sienna. Gotta be careful with this mixture. Some cerulean blues make more of a green than what mine makes. I just kind of tone my blue down a little bit. So I want this to be kind of a winter sky. We'll add just a little more cerulean blue into that. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to take some water and just going to let this wash come all the way down to the horizon line. And I'm going to take a damp brush. I'm going to pick up any extra moisture. I'm working at a 20-degree angle roughly. So there's just my little sky wash, and I still might add just the slightest more cerulean blue up here, so I have a little more contrast than what I'm showing right now. So I get those snowflakes. I want those snowflakes to show. Okay, so now I'm going to paint in some warm tones. Let's see, I'll take a little burnt orange maybe, a little raw sienna, and I might get a little more pigment here, a little richer mixture. Okay, so now I've got some trees up here. I'm just going to put this in while this is wet, and a little bit over here. I don't want them to look exactly the same. I don't want them to be bookends feeling, so just change the shape a little bit, the size. And I'm going to take this burnt orange, a little stronger burnt orange, and I'm just going to go right along the ground there just to show that there's some crops or some field or something there. Doesn't really matter to me. This is an imaginary scene. And let's see, I'll put just a touch, just a little bit of that. Actually, I'm going to take a little bit of this raw umber with a little blue, put just a little bit of a different tone in here just so it's not so one-dimensional. I'm not going to go overboard with this. Okay, so let's see. Well, I have some of these colors here. I have a rock kind of here that's snow covered. So another one here, a little bit of the rock showing. And then I was going to have the same kind of here. I think I'll just stay with that. So just a couple rocks. And now I'm going to, let's see, I think I'll be okay to paint around that. I'm going to clean a little bit of this off. Look at that. I'm going to take a flat brush here, a 1/2 inch flat brush. I'm going to take some cobalt blue. I'll mix a little of this color into here. I want kind of an icy color, kind of an icy blue. And that's what I've got here. So I'm just going to paint along the edge where that might be frozen. Some ice. A little more of an edge. And I'll create a little ice here. Bring that icy feeling over here. You know, snow and ice and water are not the same colors. And I'll get a little ice here. There we have some ice. And I'm going to dry that before I put in some of the other, because I want to maintain the edge that I have on that. Okay, we're dry there. So I'm going to take a 4 inch or a number 4 round. I'm going to mix actually back a little bit of these earth tones. Put a little cobalt blue in this mixture. So I have raw umber and a little burnt orange, no matter. And I'm going to start to put in some trees back here. I don't want them all to be the same color. Some are going to be a little cooler, some will be a little warmer. Change the angles a little bit on these. Change the spacing between them. Change the length and the value. Some are a little closer, some are farther away. Let's get some kind of a gray, even a little lighter. Show some distant, very light trees here in the distance. Maybe put a couple curved shapes, lines in there to contrast some of those, all those straight lines. So we'll come over here again. And maybe get a little darker here. We get a couple trees right up here to this edge. Get a little lighter value, get some of these distant trees back here. A few branches in. Okay. Let's see, now I'm going to take just a little bit of this cooler tone along the ground. All right, so I want to get a little cleaner color for my snow. Get rid of some of that. So I've got an 8 round brush here, and we got a little cobalt blue, maybe a little alizarin crimson, just a little bit. More cobalt blue here. If I want that grayer, I could add a little something to it, but I'm fine with this. Now let's say we've got some shadows on our snow. Some divots, some dips in the ground. There's a little snow here, maybe. Let's say this is a little piece of snow right here. And I could get just maybe a little darker. Let's take just a little bit of that blue. Okay, once again, I'm going to dry this. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my 1/2 inch flat brush. I'm going to get some of this royal blue. And see, I'm going to add just a little, this is a Halloween orange. It doesn't really matter which orange you would use. Graze that down. And now I'm going to put in water. And I think I'm going to get just a little deeper blue. Okay, so now I think there's a few spots where I need to go just a little darker. I'm going to go a little shadow back here. Make these rocks stand out a little bit. And I want to go just a little darker here in the few spots back there. Maybe a little bit on a tree. See if we can get a few feeling closer to a darker value. And maybe one here. All right. So now I'm going to dry this. I'm going to take off the masking fluid. Okay, that's dry, so I'm going to take this pickup eraser here. You can use your hand, your finger to rub it off. It works just as well. And there we are. There we have just a very simple, winter landscape. A little bit of snow falling, some water, some ice, some snow, and some distant trees. So I hope you enjoy this and have fun sharing with your friends and family.